Right, welcome back to another short video from myself today, Wisbit's Random Gaming. And this was recently announced, another mini console slash PC computer is forthcoming. And this time it's the Atari 400, and it's had 10 games announced so far. As you can see there, it's got 4 control pad ports for multiplayer. Bit of Bruce Lee on there as well, which is always nice, although we have to call it Lee now. So it's going to have 25 games. You can load your own games as well. I collect the mini consoles. I'm guilty of being hit by the nostalgia aspects of them. But this one, I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it. I don't recall this particular model ever really gaining any traction in the UK whatsoever. I didn't know anyone that had one. I think the only time I might have seen one is when I was a kid in Tandy's, RIP for those that know. Tandy's, great shop. But yeah, I'm not convinced on this one. I don't think it looks aesthetically that pleasing, if I'm honest with you either. Kind of like a speak and spell with the buttons. And it's going to come with your Atari joysticks. I don't see, personally, can someone tell me what is going to be different with this than having an Atari flashback, essentially, other than the fact that it looks more retro. At the right price, yeah, I'd probably add it to the collection, you know. But at the moment, it's up for pre-order and it's £99, and no, it's going to be a no from me on this one. I don't understand. We've seen this stuff before. I'm really confused as to why they went with this over, say, an Atari ST, which had significantly more popularity in the UK, to the best of my knowledge anyway, than this, the 400. I mean, the Atari ST was, after a while, kind of known as the poor man's Amiga, but it was still a 16-bit machine, and if you had one, you know, you held the cards over us guys with the Commodore 64s, the Spectrum 128s, and the Amstrads, the 464s. You was on another level. And plenty of people had one, and lots of people used to use their Atari STs for music production in the early 90s, and some people still do. Check out Pete Cannon. He does some amazing stuff with an Amiga, actually, not an ST. But yeah, quite baffled by this one. I'm not sure if anyone else can kind of lead me in the right direction here as to why they maybe made such a choice. I mean, I've got all the minis that I want at the moment, and the ones that I like. I've got both of the Mega Drives. I've got the TurboGrafx. I wouldn't mind the PC Engine variant of that, but it's very expensive and not a great deal of difference. I've got the Amiga Mini, the NES Mini, the Super NES Mini, and the PlayStation Mini, which was a bit of a letdown, but still, it looked nice, and yeah, it hit me with the nostalgia strings because it's, you know, a PlayStation, and it sold huge. This one I just don't get. So what are your thoughts on this? Anyone out there going to be buying one of these? Do you think the price is right at £99 for something like this? Which, look, I might be wrong here, but to me it just seems like it's going to be an emulation box full of Atari games. Great, you can preload Atari games into it. But let's be honest, you can play Atari games practically on a calculator in this day and age. You know, they're not the hardest games to emulate, are they? You can play them wherever you want. So yeah, a little bit baffled by this one. Maybe it will grow on me. I mean, I'm looking at it, and the first thoughts is just like, it just reminds me of infant school. You know, a BBC Micro. But it's a no from me at the moment. Anyone else going to be picking this up? Let me know your thoughts on it. In the meantime, thanks for tuning into this one. Not a negative video, just a more of a strange decision, from my opinion. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. I'll leave you the rest of the advert. Take care.